Hi folks, I'm so glad that we are at the end of this coronavirus thing. I could finally go to a shop and buy myself a little microphone. Unfortunately, the wire is a little bit short, so please tolerate that. At least, hopefully now I can just talk normally and I don't have to shout at you anymore. I've never seen this COVID-19 virus, so I can't tell you whether it really exists or not, but I've never seen a flu virus either, or bacteria. I just think it will be total stupidity of me to despise the whole micro world just because I've never seen it with my own eyes. Up to this point in time, I have to rely on what I read and what other people are saying about this micro world. But strangely, I believe them. It reminded me of that time in the 1990s when the 3D, this three-dimensional pictures came out. And I can remember when I got home, my dad and the whole family were relaxing in the living room when I entered the house, and everybody was staring at these pictures. My sister brought some of these pictures and even a whole book for my dad, and everybody was looking at these pictures. And when I asked them what they did, they told me, no, there's like things that you can see a picture behind this picture. I, at one stage, thought to myself, they are just playing a trick on me. They're going to laugh at me eventually. But when I saw it, man, the whole family have not seen it, and I just wanted to help everybody to focus in the right way to also see it. It was such a remarkable breakthrough, but nothing compared to that day, 26 May 1994. You know, my religion was dead. I went to church plainly because it was a ritual, a cultural thing to me. And I often fought against the sleep. I just wanted to fall asleep. And even in my own sleeping room, when I went there to pray, just a ritual, it was dead. And I can just imagine how so many religions must feel because they know the prophets and the things that they believe in are all dead. But I tell you, that day when I made contact with the living God in this spiritual realm that we can't see around us, the moment that I made contact with Him, I knew that I knew that I knew everything that I've been told. It was even before I saw the open grave in Israel. I just knew that God is alive, and I stormed out of that room and I wanted to tell everybody, my wife first. When I told my wife, she said, I know it. I took her by the shoulders. I said, no, you don't know. He's really alive. And Paul is saying that we've got a fixed hope in 1 Thessalonians 1 verse 3. He's talking about a hope. We've got an unwavering hope. In other words, it's not like a wave. It's not like I hope to one day win a marathon. I'm now training for it. No, it's fixed because it's not depending on my abilities, but it's totally relying in faith on what God did for us. He said now faith is the assurance, the confirmation. It's the title deed of the things that we hope for. In other words, the fact that we believe is already the title deed of the things that are still to come. And then he goes on, he's saying that everything that we can see in the seen realm, we must know that it's coming from the invisible, the God that cannot be seen. Because this word that we believe in, that is alive and active, is spirit. And we can build our lives on Him. And Moses, he was the reason why Moses had such a steadfast walk with God, because he was able to see the invisible. He was like a man seeing the unseen. That's what the Bible is saying. I tell you, the natural person cannot understand this book, the Bible. Because 1 Corinthians 2 verse 14 is saying that this book is spiritual and it must be spiritually discerned. So unless you are born again, this book will be dead to you. Your religion will be dead to you. It will be as if you talk to a dead person. I tell you, in Paul's time, a guy fell asleep while Paul was preaching. And then Paul used the same word to woke that man from the death, to bring him back, to resurrect him. I tell you, this is the power that's in this living word of God, because this word is spirit and truth. And the prayer of my heart is that you will make contact, that you will allow God to interwove your spirit in His, that your spirit can become one with His spirit. I pray for opened eyes of your understanding, so that you will be able to see with your heart the things that God has got in mind for us. I bless you in His precious name.